Hello tubers, today we're going off to see one of my friends on the timber again, and he's on a Ponsse, newish Ponsse forwarder, and his mate Mered is on the Valmet. I think it's a 931, but I'm not 100% sure. As a new machine as well, so like I always say, over 90% of people who watch you aren't subscribed, so if you don't mind putting a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll do more of them, okay? Watch what's going to happen. Hello guys and gals, today we're at one of my friend's forestry machines. He doesn't own them, but the lad driving this is called Mered. I don't personally know him, but he's a very good driver according to my mate. And this is a Valmet 8-wheel drive harvester. So Lumpers probably told him, and yeah, videoing him now. I'm having to hide behind this tree because it's very windy. But I used to drive one of them, but it didn't have bogie axles on the back, so it only had 6 wheels instead of 8 wheels. It's a very good machine indeed. Valmet it is. I think it's a 931, but I'm not 100% sure. Fucking steep there too. I used to love driving them machines, very stable, good power, never had a bad word to say about them really. That cab is sort of like a track machine. It'll twist right round and you can dangle the head over the back when you're putting it on the low loader to keep the cab down, but you don't usually twist more than normal use of the crane because it ends up rubbing the pipes underneath. Don't know if the sound quality is okay because there's so much wind here, it's about blowing me off my feet. These trees there, like I usually say, they look like they're not very big, but they are. If you look down here now, they're a good 1.5 to 2 foot at the back, so they're quite big. Bogie axle on the back of them, better to travel. Sorry, the wind is coming now. To travel downhill because they were very, very stable when I was on it. But back wheels tended to lift if you were on very steep ground. And the one I drove didn't have a crane like that. It had a telescopic crane. It was a 941 with a, I'm not sure what they call it. It was a 10-meter telescopic crane without a knuckle boom on it, so that was very stable. One thing I do remember about the one I was on, when you were driving down steep ground, obviously when you started working again, it used to lock the axles up on the back, and when you were on very steep ground and you went to move forward, it would like lock the wheel in the air. So when you came to a stop, I remember you used to have to make sure that the axles were locked correctly, lest you could take a nice slide down the hill. That's bloody steep there where he is now. Look how stable she is, it's incredible. Like when I was last driving the machine was that 1470, that's a good 10 years ago at least. They've really come on now. They look the same, but they're so much more reliable and power wise and grip wise. They usually have a winch now that fixes to the back that automatically works with the forwarder and the harvester. So where he's going now, the winch would go let him out, keeping pressure on it, and then when he comes back up, it gives it a little bit of a pull, only enough to stop it turning, right? So that is steep there now, fair play. And rough as well, tree. I'll keep yapping a bit because I don't think you can hear the machine properly otherwise. When I did my last video, the wind was so bad I couldn't use the sound. That's why I had to put the music on it. So I hope hiding by the tree here has helped. It really is unbelievable how stable that thing is. The wind is blowing here now across from the left to the right, so it's not so bad. But when you get it where the wind is blowing at you or into the trees, it can be a bloody nightmare, especially in big stuff. They've got this thing I was telling you about called a twinch, where it's a winch that fixes to the back. They aren't using it at the moment. I'll put it up next time I'm around there. But it's totally changed the way they do things, because they can go down places and reverse back out with a forwarder. It's a lot safer, and I mean, I suppose they're going on a lot steeper ground now. Look how stable that machine is. That is a real rough tree too. And all the boughs on the one side. This is up the Elan Valley now. They've been doing some work up here. I won't mention the contractor because in case they don't want machines to be known, you know. So, but he's always very nice. He lets me come up and video here, and I think his son watches him. So he's always got good machinery. It's always pretty much brand new. They keep it for a few years and use it as much as they can, and they keep changing them then for a new one all the time. Lumper's got a Ponsse forwarder now that he drives for him. I'll show you it after. That one isn't very old, it's less than 6 months old, I think. Obviously you can see Mored is a cracking driver. I can just see from watching him for 10 minutes. He's not one of these ones that are bashing and crashing things. That's what happens when you get to a rock tree. Oh, chain or something's there. Let's stop for a minute, perhaps. Oh no, as I said, sorry about the wind. It's just that's how it is today. Lots of these machines now got mini levers, but one thing I remember about the one I drove, well, I drove quite a few of them actually. I drove a brand new 911 with a crane like that, and then I drove two 941s. One had a boom like that, and it had the prototype Valmet head on for what they've got there now. So they were coming out and check it to see, and they tried different things on it, well, for the guy I was working for at the time. I actually preferred that 941. The 911 was a good machine, a little bit smaller, but I preferred the 941 with a crane on, especially for working downhill, because it's mostly steep, isn't it? Really quiet, I gotta say. If you like I said, I'm 50 yards off it now, you can't hear it a lot. If you haven't seen my videos before, when they cut the tree down, it automatically tilts downwards when they touch the saw, and the saw will go through to meet the diameter, cut it to the ground like this now. They'll touch the button, that'll saw it completely off, and push it down, and then the computer will decide what size to come next now. So he'll feed that through manually, and then have a saw, and he'll press the thing and it'll just decide, the computer will, what to cut. You can change it with the buttons in there, but it usually decides it on its own for the best produce of it. Very high-tech stuff. God, I'm a bit out of breath here at the moment. Look at that. Caught him at the wrong moment there, I think. He'd be laughing at that one. Well, this is the same forwarder as we saw last time, but he's got a double extender on it instead of a single extender. It's only, well, it's less than 6 months old, this one. Ponsse Buffalo, it says. Lumper is a cracking driver, best you'll have on a forwarder. For hours and everything, he just basically lives on it. Amazing the reach in the thing. He's reaching off 2 rows here, so you go 1, 2, 3. So he's having from that one and this one here. So he's trying to clean them out all at the same time going down. That's pulpwood there. Again, this machine is so quiet. Unreal how quiet they are these days. See there, he's putting them down and he'll bottom up to get them level to put on the back of the machine then. And now he's going to go probably off down to the bottom, and I'll follow him, jump in the cab with him. Right, this is Lumper, my old mate. I was telling you about we were in the forward with last time. And what is this we're on now, Lumper?
This is a Buffalo, Ponsse Buffalo.
So that's a, what's that? How many ton is that supposed to hold?
16 meant to be.
16 ton.
Meant to.
And I think he said he's got a 10 metre double extension crane on it.
Well, it's got a double extender crane. I don't know how long it fucking reaches.
Yeah. The one we were on last time, he got a single extender.
Single extension, more power.
And there was less pipes to go, if I remember, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So as you can see here now, we're on the other side of the road here, and she's stacking at full length, look. There's a lot of power in it, and she's stable. So I wonder, you haven't ripped any pipes off yet?
Oh, it is a wonder. It is a wonder for me.
I was starting to tell him before about this thing you got now, this twinch Lumper.
It's not a twinch.
Isn't it called a twinch or something?
It's a T-winch.
T-winch?
Yes.
Ah.
For fuck's sake.
Good tool, isn't it?
Oh, it is a great tool. It's highly recommended for boys usually not doing bank work. That's what it is.
So you basically just fasten it to the back or the front, the rope,
Yeah.
and leave it running all day, and
And you just fucking jump in the border and drive up and down.
it does it all itself.
Yeah. You don't have to do fuck all.
Do you have to adjust the pulling power on it or anything?
Well, no, not really. You set it at 50% and leave it at that all day.
Because I know it must be pretty good. This you'd have been moaning.
Well, you know, they're never big enough for that.
No.
I don't know what it'd be like on a big Ford. The light, but it pulls this from round Sunday.
But you reckon, you know, it's like total difference, isn't it? Going back up somewhere, you can just go anywhere with the bloody thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just like anybody can go downhill. But
yeah.
If timber's got to come uphill, then that is the way forward.
So that's sort of removing the chainsaw aspect of it now and things, isn't it? Handwork, really.
Well, yeah, it cuts out a lot of skyline.
Yeah.
But there'll always be skyline work.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what they make.
So as you can see, he's got it now. He's been on it a while. He has learnt a bit now to how to handle this thing.
Well, I was there and learned a lot. I've still got the tidiest.
Yeah. Well, next time we come, we'll try and get him when they're using this T-winch thing, so you can see what I mean. It's supposed to be a hell of a tool. It's like a mini bulldozer, really, with a big winch setup on it that runs automatically.
Well, it is, and it's just an engine and a winch.
Yeah. And then was that remote control then to you, is it?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
The remote is in the, you set it up, the remote is in, plugged in here, and then it's connected with the drive. Like.
Ah, there we are.
So, you drive, once you put it in reverse, the winch starts winching in.
Yeah.
When you go forward, it looses the rope out. It's traction assisted, it's meant to be. It's not meant to winch you, like it's just...
Yeah, just enough to pull you, like.
Yeah, just to keep you, so the wheels are turning. I don't think it'd help you if you were everyone to
But the places we...
sliding, I don't think it'd be much good if you started sliding.
Yeah. We could have done with them a few years ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'd be a good thing. I reckon it'd be a good thing if someone clam monkey it.
Ah, yeah. So you could just get straight back up all the time easy.
Yeah. That'd be a tremendous thing, clam monkey, I reckon.
Well, I won't show you him unloading the back bunk. You can see he knows what he's doing. So we'll probably end the vid here now, and next time we come we'll hopefully get him again with the T-winch.